Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So we got new Grand Arena season starting tomorrow. It's going to be 3v3, love it or hate it, this is what it is. And as always, whenever a new season starts and CG announces the feats for the upcoming season, I add them to my SWGOH for Life tool. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a link in the description below, go and check it out. And I'll just go through the feats and suggest some of the teams that will help you to get those feats. Now, this is the first time that actually CG will be recycling the feats from one of the previous seasons. So this will be the Resistance season that we already had previously, which in one way is good because it'll give you opportunity to maybe get some portraits and titles that you maybe missed the first time around. Obviously, we'll see going forward, is this going to be a common practice for CG just to start recycling some of the feats, or is it just a one-time thing? Maybe they were too busy this month and didn't have time to create new feats. We shall see. Now, because these feats are being recycled from way back, the format in which they presented them aren't as detailed as some of the latest seasons, so we don't really have any details like which of these will grant you a portrait, which of these will grant you a title. We don't even have the names for them, so we don't know how to call them. But anyway, let me hop over now onto my tool here and go into the Grand Arena tab. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. So you got a 3v3 format here, the theme is Resistance, and the join period starts on 11th of January, which where I am is tomorrow evening. Now, because it's 3v3, if you're looking for some 3v3 counters, again on my SWGOH of Life tool, I've got a nice neat section here where you can search for the counter. You just choose the leader you want to counter to, for example Revan, and then here you get then like a list of counters, and you know, in terms of banners, this is what you can expect, and each of them has a short video that you can actually see it in action. Alright, now back to the Grand Arena here tab. I'll just continue here. Now obviously in every season we've got certain feats that are specific like to Resistance, like this time. For those there are no dates here, so if you just scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see big question marks everywhere for all of these feats that CG announced that are Resistance focused. However, these ones up top, this is just based on historic data that I gathered on when these, you know, feats that are not specific to a theme, that every time we have win a fleet arena without reinforcement, win X amount of squad arena battles, and things like that, clear that many Grand Arena territories. So these are the feats that are basically here every Grand Arena, and based on the historical data for the past few seasons, I'm trying to project when these will come up, how long they will last for, and as well as their rewards. Obviously, as these go live, if some of these my projections are inaccurate, I will correct them, but at least as a starting point, we do have some sort of reference of these feats, when will they come up, and what their rewards are. Now going back down here to the feats, again, once these go live and I have exact dates, I will obviously place them wherever they belong in the order here by date, so you'll be able to quickly find what's the latest. But for now, no date has been announced, so it's just unknown at the moment. As well as the titles here for all these feats, I just kind of put a placeholder title in there. Once these feats are live, I will make sure that this information is correct. Anyway, with this sort of disclaimer out of the way, let's just run through the feats here and some of the suggested teams that will help you to achieve. Now this one here, you need to gain secret intel 50 times in Grand Arena. Obviously, the only character that gives out secret intel is BB-8, so you probably will want to run that with Rey, Jedi training, and then the third one is really optional, depends who you're going up against. By Rey Scavenger, you know, she can hit pretty hard once you have her relic, because both of these guys, they don't do so much damage, so maybe having another, you know, kind of firepower in there that can do some big hits is good, or maybe a tank, again depends who you're going up against. Now, because this is free, gaining secret intel 50 times might not be as quick and easy as 5v5, so it will definitely take probably like three attempts to do that. But we got only one BB-8, so you know, this time if you want this feat, you will have to save your Rey and BB-8 for offense. Moving further down, we've got a feat where we have to inflict expose 50 times. Now here we got a few options here. Obviously we've got Ray, because under her leadership, whenever resistance allies critically hit, they have 70% chance to apply expose, which can't be resisted. So again, you can just put some sort of Ray BB-8 team here together. And now Finn here with Poe and Resistance Trooper, all these guys can apply expose. So depending if your opponent set a weak defense, this team can do some damage as well. But then you've got also other characters that apply expose. Doesn't necessarily need to be resistance. So one of them, for example, you could go with Commander Luke and C3PO, because with C3PO, whenever rebels use basic attack, they will apply expose. So 3PO and Chewie keep assisting on every move you make, and then you can expose and things like that. So this team could help you out quickly rack up exposes as well. Alright, so next one, which I titled Bromance. Don't know what the official title will be, but you have to win a Grand Arena battle using Poe and Finn. So obviously Finn has better leadership than Poe, especially if you got Zeta on him. And then the third one there, Resistance Trooper, because of the expose kind of synergy with Finn and Poe. But again, depending on who you're going up against, this third character, obviously, you just have to adapt accordingly. Alright, moving next one. You have to win Grand Arena battle using characters that use the EL-16 Resistance Blaster Rifle. And guess what? This is the exact team that's required, so no options here. These are the 3 specific characters you have to use to get this feat done. Now the next one is a fleet feat. So in Fleet Arena, you have to win a battle with both Resistance X-Wings. So that's Poe and Resistance X-Wing. Now if you got Radis fleet leveled up, I think this should be a straightforward feat, because Radis can easily take out Malevolence. So you want to start obviously with Radis here, Poe and Resistance X-Wing, and then Houndstooth, and Rey's Millennium Falcon is the reinforcement. And if you're wondering how you can actually defeat Radis with Malevolence, I actually just recently posted videos. So if you go to my Swag of Life tool here and into the Ships tab, you will see there's a guide on how to use Radis versus Malevolence. So this feat shouldn't be too hard to obtain if you got Radis fleet leveled up. If you don't, then you probably will have to do some sort of hybrid, maybe Negotiator or some sort of fleet here, and just make sure you use both X-Wings. You can bring them as the reinforcement, that will count as well. They don't have to be in the starting lineup to do that. Moving on, we got another here fleet feat, and this time you have to win a Fleet Arena battle with Rey's Falcon. So again, you can use a Radis fleet here against Malevolence, or you can just use your standard Negotiator or Hull 1, whatever fleet you're using in Arena, and just bring a Millennium Falcon as the reinforcement and win the battle, and you will achieve this feat. So definitely this one is a bit more flexible than the first fleet feat I showed you above. Alright, so the next feat, I don't know how it's gonna call, I just called it Rey! Because you have to win a Grand Arena battle using Rey Jedi Training and Rey Scavenger. And this goes again, Rey Jedi Training in the lead, BB-8 there, and Scavenger. So this team can take out some teams for sure. Otherwise, you can adapt. You can, if you have Galactic Legend Rey, you could even use her as the lead, and then you got a triple Rey team here. If you're feeling adventurous, that could be an interesting battle. Next one, again, I've got a bad feeling about this, but we'll see what the official name will be. But to achieve this feat, you have to defeat 6 enemy units in Grand Arena using both vets. So I guess you could go down the Scoundrel route here. If you got level up Kira, they're both Scoundrels, so you can do some sort of Scoundrel team. They're also both Resistance now, because once Galactic Red and Rey got released, they added Resistance tag to them. And then you can also use them under, let's say, Rey Jedi Training for a Resistance team. Alright guys, and these are all the feats for the upcoming season, so it doesn't look like it's that many as we normally have. So we'll see if there is anything else, obviously, that they will add that they didn't announce, but whatever's been announced, it's on my tool here. Obviously, once they go live, as mentioned before, I'll make sure to update the dates, double check the rewards here, projected rewards are correct, and then I will place them wherever in the timeline they belong. And all these other projected here feats that are non-themed, that are pretty standard every time we get Grand Arena. Again, I'll make sure that once they go live, that information here is accurate. But at least for now, we got some guidelines here in place. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video, that you find it useful, that will help you prepare for the upcoming seasons. If you are a feat focused player, I'm sure it'll help you out at any time. If you just want a quick refresher of what feats are coming up, just visit my tool. It's a lot more friendly than CG's forum post, and it has a lot more information on here as well. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.
Thank you, bye-bye.
My wife says bye.